Town Ladies, who have retained the Suffolk Women's Cup once again. So we're going to start off by reviewing that game then. Of course, Friday night, as we already mentioned, it was a 5-0 victory over Lowestoft Town, which you hopefully may have seen across our extensive coverage on Ipswich Town Talk, and a big team of us were down there for the game. Kieran, you've already mentioned that it was your first experience, your first taste of watching the ladies team play, and great to have you down there and involved. But we'll firstly talk about our thoughts on the game then, as we would for any other game. Great surroundings, first of all, for the team to play in. Usually playing at the Gold Star Ground in Felixstowe, but a great surroundings. And this was one of your questions that you asked Ralph actually about how much of a big difference that makes. And it was great from our point of view, walking around Colchester Stadium and watching it. But
we don't do a stadium tour ever now, do we? Because we've pretty much been in everything there.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, and but great for them and obviously inspired them going forward to victory in that game.
Definitely deserved to win from near enough the first 5 minutes. It was a very good start to the game. They really come out the traps flying early on and put Lowestoft under instant pressure and got the early goal. And of course Ralph alluded to that in the post-match interview about it was important to settle the early nerves with a goal, and from that they took control of the whole game, and it was a very good performance from Town.
Goal scorers then, 5 different goal scorers in a 5-0 victory as well. Amy Howlett, Lindsay Cooper, Sophie Welton, Natasha Thomas and Zoe Cossey all scoring. 2-0 at half-time to Town, and it had been fairly comfortable up until that point. And definitely a case of trying to keep alert, trying to keep ready in that second half to make sure that Lowestoft didn't come back into it. And although the play probably dropped a bit from Ipswich, it's easy to take your foot off the gas in that situation, but they did see out a thoroughly professional performance against the Lowestoft side that have done really well to get to this stage in the competition. But you could tell that there was a quality difference between the two sides come the end, with some great goals scored by Ipswich, it has to be said at times. Yeah,
in the first half, Town were much better than what they were in the second. They really took control of the game, and a lot of the threat was coming, in the channel with Jade Henry and Sophie Welton down the left, Amy Howlett down the right, and the two girls in the middle. Sian Fagg was breaking up everything that was coming into the middle. She was getting stuck in, trying to get the ball over the top, and that ball over the top was working. And Holly Clement was just having a wonderful game, dropping into deep positions, picking up the ball, always looking for a pass. Had a fantastic shot off the crossbar. That was a complete and utter rocket. Unlucky not to score that, and of course Natasha Thomas went close with drawing the Lowestoft keeper into a good save. So it could have been more at the break, but definitely a dominant performance, and to go in with the cushion that they did was important, because early in the second half it looked like Lowestoft had responded a bit, and it took Town a little bit of time to get going. But once they got the third, that was it. That was there for the taking, and Lowestoft really didn't show an awful lot for the rest of the game. Very professional performance from the girls, and I asked in my interview to Ralph, because in credit to every one of the players for Town on that night, everyone put in a shift, everyone played well. It was a great team performance, but there were some players that night that were on another level, and I tried to drag that out of Ralph in the end. He wasn't giving anything away, but if it hadn't have been for those standout performances that took an already high level to the next level, then it might have been a tighter game. But performances from the likes of Holly Clement really escalated Town to the upper echelons of a performance.